Memo: if you are a black foreigner and you get arrested in Russia, what to do if you find yourself in a Russian prison and accused of a crime you didn't commit. Moscow, St. Petersburg, Kazan. Imagine this: you came to Russia for work, for study, for love, or just to travel. Novosibirsk, you're enjoying the architecture, the food, the atmosphere of something new. At first, it feels a bit uncomfortable, many stares, few smiles, a language barrier. But you chalk it up to cultural differences, and then everything changes. You're walking down the street and the police stop you.
They ask for documents. You show your passport and visa. One of them says something in Russian. You don't understand. They start searching your backpack. You have nothing to hide, because you've done nothing wrong. But a minute later, one of them pulls out a packet with white powder and says, "Drugs. Criminal case." You don't believe it. You try to explain, "It's not yours, you don't know what that is." They are not listening. Handcuffs. A car. The police station. Your world narrows to concrete walls and incomprehensible voices. Welcome to the Russian criminal justice system, and if you're a foreigner, especially a black one, you're almost defenseless. What should you do? How do you survive? How do you keep your dignity and your freedom? This memo is your manual. First of all, do not resist. In Russia, resisting the police is a serious charge. Even if you're sure it's a setup. Even if they push you, insult you, threaten you, you cannot resist physically. Especially you, a tall, black man with a foreign accent. Any move you make can be used as evidence of aggression. Keep repeating in English, "I don't understand. I want a translator. I want to call my consulate." Say it calmly and clearly. They might pretend not to understand, but you've made your request known. Never, never, sign documents in Russian. You don't know what's written there. Even if they say, it's just a formality. Sign it and you'll go home, don't believe it. The document may include a confession. A signature equals an admission of guilt. Even if you don't understand anything, it will be considered valid. Don't give in. Demand a translator and a lawyer. By law, you have the right. But don't be surprised if they don't give you one right away. This is Russia. The less you know, the easier you are to break. Ask, insist, repeat. Every time they give you something, a statement, a protocol, a form, ask, "Where's my lawyer? Where's my translator?" Call your country's consulate. This is your only real protection. The Russian police might ignore your requests, but the consulate is obligated to respond. If they don't let you call, say it out loud, on camera if there is one. Document the violation. It may help you later. Now they may send you to a detention center. It's not a prison, but it's close. This is where you'll wait for trial. How long? No one knows. It could be months. Sometimes years. They'll place you in a cell. Almost always overcrowded. The smell of urine, sweat, dampness. There might be rats and cockroaches. You'll get a mattress. If you're lucky, also a blanket. Don't expect comfort. You're a foreigner. You're black. That instantly makes you an outsider. People will stare at you. Best case, with curiosity. Worst case, with hatred. Someone will decide right away that you're American. Rich, cocky, a drug dealer. Stereotypes work against you. If you don't speak Russian, you'll be nearly mute. And they'll assume you're stupid. Stay calm. Don't try to blend in. Don't suck up. Don't show fear. If someone tries to pressure you, be firm, but don't provoke conflict. Don't respond to aggression with aggression. In a confined space, people judge you in seconds. Those seconds decide whether you'll be seen as an enemy, a clown, or invisible. It's better to be invisible. Avoid talking about politics, religion, race, or America. Don't say how good things are back home. Here, that sounds arrogant. Be reserved. Answer briefly. Don't provoke. If you can, mentally record everything that happens. Who hit you? Who threatened you? What they called you. It will be useful later, if there's a trial. If you get a lawyer, if the consulate gets involved. Remember, you're in a system where truth often means nothing. But if you gather evidence, you might have a chance. Establish contact with your consulate. Write letters. Try to pass notes through a lawyer. Inform your family. If the consulate learns that you're sitting in jail without translation, without trial, in bad conditions, they might take action. Sometimes the media gets involved. Sometimes human rights groups. This is your shot. Prepare for a long sentence. If a case has been opened, it's serious. Especially under Article 228, drugs. In Russia, drug cases rarely collapse. Almost everyone is convicted. Confessions are the prosecution's main weapon. But if you don't confess, you can fight. Learn the language. Even just a little. It will help. Words like water, food, lawyer, thank you. No, learn them in your first week. You'll need them. Watch your health. It's cold in the cells. Often no hot water. Sheets may not be changed for weeks. Food, porridge, soup, bread. Appetizing only if you don't know what it's made of. If you get sick, there may be no help. So, wash your hands. Don't drink from the tap. Take care of your teeth, you won't see a dentist anytime soon. You're not alone. That's the most important thing. Even in prison, even in a foreign land, you're not alone. Someone knows about you. Someone's trying to help. You must hold on. Don't give up. Don't believe it's all over. Others like you have been broken. But some have endured. And if you're reading this not from a cell, but free, remember, it's better to know in advance than to regret later. Because in a foreign country, you are a target. And if you're black and foreign, you're twice the target. Stay alert. Don't trust everyone. Don't let your guard down. But most of all, don't lose your human dignity. No wall, no guard, no accusation makes you guilty. No one has the right to take away your rights. And if you don't give up, you'll make it out. Sooner or later. And then comes the day of the trial. They bring you into the courtroom. The judge reads the verdict. In translation, you hear, 10 years of imprisonment. Article 228. Part 2. Possession and distribution of drugs. No one cared if it was true. Everything went by the script. Just numbers. Just the system. They send you to the zone, a penal colony. That's where you'll spend years. It's no longer a detention center. It's a prison in the full sense. Everything is different here. A whole new life, new rules, new hierarchy. You go by ETAP, prison transport. A metal railcar packed with people like cattle. The ETAP can take a week. Conditions are hellish, you don't know where you are. Where the toilet is, when you'll get water. It's psychological torture. Especially if you're the only foreigner among Russians. You stay silent. No one speaks English. People watch you, whisper. You try to be invisible. Finally, the colony. Gates. Barbed wire. Towers. Guards with rifles. And you realize, there's no turning back. They take you to the intake block. Inspection. Interrogation. Strip search. They take everything. Your hair might be shaved. Your documents examined. The colony's security logs who you are and where you're from. Then, assignment to a barrack. This is your home for the coming years. A barrack is a long room with bunk beds. 60, 80, 100 people. Everything is heard. Everything is seen. No privacy. No peace. Each barrack has a watcher, an inmate authority who decides who sleeps where, who owes what. His not staff. His power within. Sometimes fair. Sometimes a tyrant. It depends on the colony. The watcher is not your friend. But he cannot be ignored. When you arrive, you must introduce yourself. Name. Where you're from. What article you're convicted under. Your task is to speak calmly and respectfully. Not submissively, not provocatively. Just human to human. Your nationality becomes immediate interest. Black, African American, N********* are, get ready to hear it often. Not every Russian inmate is a racist. But if you look and sound different, you're automatically an outsider. Some will try to befriend you, out of curiosity. Some, to insult you. Some, to use you. You'll have to learn to read intentions. You're in the Lakalka. It's a small area inside the colony where you live, eat, and work. Each one is like a little state with its own rules. Depends on who runs it. Sometimes the watcher. Sometimes another authority. Sometimes the guards. If you're lucky, it's peaceful. Lots of work but no humiliation. If not, there may be extortion, coercion, mockery. Work is almost mandatory. Packing boxes, sewing uniforms, mopping floors. Pay is minimal. Sometimes nothing. If you work, you might get perks, better food. A chance to call home, occasional walks. Contact with the outside world is through letters, parcels, and rare phone calls. Letters are censored. Parcels, limited. Sometimes they get lost. Phones are controlled. Calls are short, rare, monitored. Speaking English may raise suspicion. You'll be watched. Always. Be careful with jokes, gestures, touches. Russian prison culture has a rigid hierarchy. There's the concept of opushcheny, someone declared untouchable. Lowest of the low. One careless word or gesture can land you there. Then come beatings, isolation, humiliation. It's not a myth. It's real. Follow the regime. Wake up at 6 a.m. exercise. Roll call. Breakfast. Work. Dinner. Lights out. Every minute is scheduled. Break the rules, you're in the kartzer. It's a punishment cell. No windows. Cold. Damp. Dark. Sometimes, it's torture. Health is your responsibility. Medical help is minimal. Pills are rare. Surgeries, nearly impossible. If you get sick, survive as you can. Ask relatives to send medicine. But not everything makes it through. Internally, you must change. You are not who you were. Your old life is gone. Here, you learn to survive. To breathe slowly. To listen closely. To answer briefly. You become stronger. Not physically, but mentally. Because prison in Russia isn't a place. It's a method to destroy a person. But if you endure, you'll become someone else. Stronger. Calmer. Deeper. And remember, it's not forever. Even if the sentence is long. Even if it feels hopeless. Outside the gates, the world still exists. Your people are still out there. The truth still exists. Maybe slowly. Maybe not right away. But there is a way out. And you must live to see it. Without humiliation. Without losing yourself. Without animal fear. You are a human being. And that's the one thing they can't take from you.